Hello everyone, how you folks doing? My name is Armando. Welcome to my channel. This is another episode of Unsolved Murders in Hawaii. And in this one we're going to be talking about the unsolved murder of Dawn Momohara. And this is going way back now. We're going back to March 10th of 1977. Okay. So let me talk about Dawn. Dawn Momohara was 16 years old, young girl, when she was murdered. And her body was found at her school in Honolulu, Hawaii. And that's about 47 years ago. And the person responsible for her death has yet to be brought to justice. Now, so let's retrace the events that led up to her death. On the afternoon of March 20th, 1977, Dawn, an 11th grade student at McKinley High School, told her mother, Mabel Momohara, that she was going to meet up with her friends at the Ala Moana Center, which isn't too far away from where she lived. And that's the shopping center on Ala Moana Boulevard. Okay? Now, but when she left her home on Elm Street, and Elm Street is very close to the high school, McKinley High School, and Pensacola, around that area, she was clad in a green muumuu with floral print and slippers, and she never returned. At around 10:38 p.m. that same day, Mabel, her mother, contacted the Honolulu Police Department and reported her daughter missing, which prompted a search by law enforcement. Okay, now the police officials questioned her friends and acquaintances in hopes of finding out what happened to Dawn Momohara, but to no avail. And then the following morning, Dawn was found dead, and it is unknown if she ever made it to the shopping center, according to the Honolulu Star Bulletin. Now, at around 7:25 a.m. on March 21st, 1977, a teacher at McKinley High School entered the second floor of the English building and found Dawn's body near a classroom that was in proximity to a stairwell. Okay, that's where they found her. Now, officials said at the time Dawn's body was found, her green muumuu was pulled over her head. Her body was transported to the city's medical examiner's office for an autopsy, which revealed that Dawn was sexually assaulted and strangled to death. Okay. Now, the investigators believe Dawn, whose classmates described her as a quiet and shy student who didn't hang out with a fast crowd, was killed the night before her body was found. But how she ended up at her high school remains a mystery. Okay, so they're not even sure how her body ended up at the high school. Although Elm Street is very close to the high school, so, unless whoever killed her, put her body over there. I'm not sure how the circumstances. Anyway, the Honolulu Advertiser reported that although the classrooms were locked, the entrances and corridors at the high school did not have doors, making the halls easily accessible to the public, so then just about anybody could go into the halls of that high school. A witness told police that they saw a man leaving the school the day before Dawn Momohara was found murdered. He is believed to be an Oriental with dark shoulder-length hair, and he could be between 5 feet 5 inches and 5 feet 7 inches tall with a slim build. And you gotta remember now, this is a 47 years ago. Probably right now maybe he has gray hair, looks like me probably. He's older. probably about the same age, because I was young during that time too. I was about, I think 24 years old. I was a young man at that time. So he probably looks older, maybe in his 60s or whatever, close to 70. Very close to 70 probably today. So anyway, several days after Dawn Momohara's death, Honolulu police released a composite sketch of the possible suspect and the vehicle. Okay, so they have a composite sketch and the vehicle. You gotta remember now, this is 47 years ago. So, the car is probably not in existence anymore. A vehicle was seen parked alongside the building which could have belonged to the perpetrator. It is described as a two-door 1974-1975 Pontiac Le Mans with louvered rear windows and a maroon bottom and a white vinyl top, according to KHON2. Okay, so that's what somebody saw. Now, Susan Chun Oakland, and she was in the state legislature. I think she was a senator. Former senator who was a freshman at McKinley High School at the time of the murder, told the media that Dawn's death wasn't something natural. McKinley never had that kind of incident before, so I think everyone was quite afraid. I think all of us are really shocked just for that to happen. It was really very unusual and very tragic, and it just shouldn't have happened to a young life. Anyone with information regarding the unsolved murder of Dawn Momohara is encouraged to contact Crime Stoppers at 808-955-8300 or send an email. Now, the thing about it is, I think, with the DNA technology ability that they have today, I don't know what kind of evidence they collected at the time. If they're saying she was sexually assaulted, I'm sure they could get some evidence, DNA probably, but it's been 47 years, so I don't know if they collected any evidence at that time, clothes or anything like that with sperm or anything on top of it, or I'm not sure what kind of specific evidence, but it's a cold case right now. But that kind of evidence they could probably retest again with the DNA testing, the ability that they have today, so hopefully that cold case, they can find the person that committed this crime. Poor girl, she's only 16 years old and sexually assaulted and strangled. Anyway, I hope they do find that person, and like I said, he's probably around my age right now. So anyway, hope you enjoyed this video. Mahalo for watching, and ahui ho.